All right. Good morning. Today is July 25th, 2024, and let's go over yesterday's price action as well as the outlook for today. Okay, so yesterday we had a gap down. It's rare we see these on futures, but nevertheless, we saw a gap down here. Um, and as soon as I saw that, I realized we were drawing towards the lows. I figured we were drawing towards this low right here, which was the previous 4-hour dealing range. Um, so I was to target these lows. Same thing here. Well, actually, no, this one had broken that the previous week, I believe. Yeah, it was the previous week. So yeah, that was my first target. I had expected a retracement so that I could get in short, but obviously we didn't get that. So let's just go over that real quick. Let's go to the 15. Uh, let's just extend this real quick. Okay, so yeah, I had expected a draw lower, but I wanted a retracement back into this area so that price could continue. Uh, and in a way, I'm kind of glad that didn't happen because that tells me a lot about what to expect for today. Um, so I didn't get that entry. Instead, we drew lower. This is the low of the 4-hour dealing range, and we didn't get anything for the 11 o'clock macro or the 10 o'clock macro. Now, if price really is heavy, then as long as you have your risk management in order, then you could have shorted at these gaps here. But that's not my model. That's not what I'm about. So I'm not gonna change that. I'm not gonna take that because at any moment price could, run those highs and stop you out. And I wasn't willing to take that risk. I've had a really good week. So I wasn't going to take that chance. Um, and so I just continued to just watch price until I saw my model. And in that patience, coming into the 12 o'clock macro. Now, it's not advised to trade uh, during the 12 o'clock macro unless you have some experience in that aspect. So yeah, 10 o'clock macro nothing. 11 o'clock macro nothing. I was waiting for one of these highs to get swept, but nothing happened. And so we had our first sort of setup here where price took out this tiny liquidity pool on the 1 minute, and price also swept the low of the 4-hour dealing range. So at this time, I'm watching here, sitting, thinking, all right, price is definitely drawing lower. Price is really heavy, and price. Oh, I forgot one thing. All of this is price spooling, meaning that there is no discernible setup, no breaker being broken or anything of that sort. So price is necessarily just spooling. Spooling is when price does not offer any entries short and just keeps on offering lower prices. Um, except for this area right here, we get a sweep of this liquidity pool, thus creating a dealing range. And as always, I do like shorting when you have an inclining dealing range and to short that range. So we get displacement lower. We create an FBG here. I didn't get in here. Instead, I waited for this intermediate term high to displace lower. And what happened? We have a FBG created here without breaking this low, which is a perfect entry to get in. You short here, you cover here. It's good for about 5 points. So yeah, it was a great trade, and if I may say so, because again, I waited about 3 hours for this setup to draw itself, and I was able to take it. Now I should have held on to some here because my stop, once I get in here, my stop is here. There is no argument to be made here. My stop is here, and after your stop is set here at this intermediate term high, then never take it off. So I should have actually added here because it did trade back into this gap here. I could have added here. I could have also added right here. but that's fine. As long as I caught that move for 5 points on minis, that's way better than um, than waiting to short here without worrying about if you were going to be stopped or not. Because if you short here, where's your stop going to be? Your stop would actually be maybe, yeah, your stop would be here, which is pretty unnerving. Um, is it here? Yeah, your stop would be here, which almost got stopped out. But the drawdown is it's kind of scary because I am betting that this candle was right here till about 10 seconds before this candle closed. And by this time, a lot of people, I'm pretty sure, got stopped out, or they switched their position expecting a reversal. And so that's why I waited for my model to show up. Liquidity pool swept into a higher term high, long term high, displaces lower, creates an FBG, creates a gap, draws an intermediate term high, displaces lower, creates another gap, and you get in there with the stop right here. And your target are the first lows, and obviously price did kind of go a few points lower, but as soon as that dealing range gets violated, the first thing you do is take most of your position off and then stop the rest. But given the fact that we were spooling, I didn't want to get stuck in a rather maybe messed up retracement to where I get stopped out and then price draws lower. Uh, but I got to learn to trust the intermediate term high more. Well, those are the rules. If I notice an intermediate term high and my trade works out, then my stop is solid. But yeah, so we did continue drawing lower. So what am I looking at today? Today I am looking for not necessarily a reversal, but a retracement, really. Because as it stands here on the monthly, we do have a monthly immediate rebalance. And as you can see here, we've had a couple of immediate rebalances where price draws into the old high and then draws higher. Same thing. A couple of other places here. I saw right here, immediate rebalance draws higher. Immediate rebalance draws higher. So that's what I'm expecting this month. I mean, not this month, but going into the August season, I do expect a reversal here somewhere. Whether it happens today or next week, I'm not sure. It probably will be next week because next week we do have the tech giants going ahead with earnings. We do also have this week we only had Google and what's the other one? Google and I forget another tech giant that caused the market to spool lower. To me, that spool is basically capitulation. Capitulation meaning that everybody got scared out of the market. Um, yeah, causing these sell stops to get triggered. All these sell stops to get triggered because everybody that was long here now is now underwater. And so this to me is capitulation, meaning the market is basically just given up, and you really have no. The market isn't offering anything. And so that's what I'll look at it. We did close above 50% of the rate. Actually, no. Uh, on the weekly, we are within this gap right here, and I was paying attention to this gap, but now we're right here at an order block, and a weekly order block, and I believe this is where price holds. If price closes below constant encroachment of this um, what's the word of this order block, then that idea might be void. But as it stands, we do have an order block here. So that's consequently that is a propulsion block. So what that means is price will likely um, draw higher from here. So that's what I'm looking forward to the next few weeks to see if we do get a reversal. Maybe today, maybe not tomorrow. But as it stands right now, I will be tracing maybe just a retracement back into um, some sort of liquidity pool at the highs. Same thing here. I am looking for something here. Now, if we did trade above, I'll go over that later. So we did close above consequent encroachment here, the high of the gap being up here. So we did close above that. That is kind of a bullish sign. This is the monthly immediate rebalance. So whether we draw lower from here, it's fine too, because I am watching this gap here. Um, and price did sweep this low. So again, I am looking for some sort of reversal, retracement, or something. But as it stands for the short time frame, I am bullish at the current moment. And this is the new dealing range. We do have uh, change in state delivery here. We did break this breaker, and many people would be looking to short this area, but I'm actually not. I'm expecting for this breaker to fail. I'm also expecting for this breaker to fail because here is the order block. So I would expect for price to come up to here, not today obviously, but during the coming months. And we do have liquidity void here that I expect to get filled here within the next few weeks, days, or whatever. Um, and let's go ahead and go to the 4 hour. Oh yeah, so this is the gap. This is the gap that I would be targeting on the daily if I were swing trading. Um, on the 4 hour, we do have plenty of gaps here, but I'm not going to use any of them unless I start trading the dealing range here, which makes sense. So if I were to target the highs, I would only be targeting up to 50% of the range. Same thing here. If I were targeting these highs, I would be targeting 50% of the range up here, which just coincidentally lands with extreme discount here. So price might decide to draw lower after that. As long as it holds below here, I'm fine holding that. Same thing here. I don't see any discernible confluence yet. So let's go into the 60-minute real quick. All right, so on the 60-minute, I don't have anything either. If I wanted to target something, it would be at these highs because there is a 4 hour gap there as well. Nothing here either. Nothing here either. Let's go to the 15-minute. Okay, so on the minute we did have this draw lower go into the close. Oh, and I forgot I took it long here yesterday. And I'll explain why here in a second. This is technically not a 15-minute dealing range. This is more of a 5-minute dealing range, which is why I took the trade yesterday. Because when price is spooling lower, and yeah, when price is spooling lower and it has already taken so many objectives, the next logical thought would be for price to reprice back into equilibrium, which is right here, and then draw lower, continue on with the trend if price is looking to continue on with the trend. And so that's what I got yesterday. Had this low, we have consolidation, manipulation, expansion. I actually caught this manipulation because I was looking for price to reprice back into equilibrium of this range, which is this dealing range here. And so I got long right below, right here, right below this order block. Actually, no, right above it. I got long right above this order block, covered right above these relative equal highs, and that was it for me. So 2 trades, 2 wins, great, great price action, great entries. Obviously, this one is not advised to take because if you are, I guess, if you're not familiar with the concepts that you're looking to trade, and so that's why I didn't. I could have taken this short because now that price repriced back into equilibrium, obviously it's going to seek external liquidity once again, and that's what happened. And this was a great intermediate term high, followed by this high right here, and this would have been my entry actually if I would have I guess stayed online to see for the 1600 macro. So what am I looking for today? I think today we should be trading up to this range, the high of this dealing range here. And if we did trade into the high of this range, then I want to see more structure develop. Like I said, today I am bullish, because I do want to see price reprice back into these imbalances up here. Yeah, these imbalances right up here. And if you zoom into the lower time frames, you will see that these imbalances are right below uh, lower price imbalances. So I, I don't think I think on ES we don't get this move all the way up to this area, maybe up to this area. So you know what? Let's go ahead and do this. There's no way I'm trading below equilibrium, but I'm keeping this here just as a reference. Let's keep this dealing range in the lower time frame. So again, I'm looking for price to reprice back into uh, what's the word? Internal liquidity, and then for price to start seeking external once again into the lows um, on the lower time frame. Obviously, higher time frame, the externals are on the highs, but I'm trading the lower time frames today. Let's go ahead and delete this. All right. Okay, so let's take a look and see where we are on the higher time frame. Here we go. Let's go ahead and unlock this. Unlock this. And let's connect the data. Okay. So let's see where we are. What's this? Oh, this is a what do you call that? Simulation trade. I don't even know why I got it. Oh, I know why. I was trying out this new app I found yesterday. It's a copy trader, so it'll allow me to the one I was using prior to this one shut off like time and time again. Anytime I tried to get in there, but yeah, I would it would work for like an hour and then it would shut off. And whenever I put in a trade, it would only affect one account as opposed to the multiple accounts that I have. Um, so I found this new one that actually works really great. I tested it out yesterday, and that's why I have those. Uh, what that's why I had that. So let's take a look at the midnight here. So we did keep drawing lower, and that's fine. We swept a bunch of lows. We swept these equal lows, so that's actually a good sign. We actually swept this low. So we are on an uptrend in my eyes, and I am looking to get long. Actually, at these prices is where I would actually like to get long. So let's see. Since that is 0830 open, let's lock this up. Where is it? All right, I'm gonna leave it at 8:30 because the 7 o'clock, 7:30 one was not due to news. So I'll just, you know what? Let's stick to the 7:30 because it is higher. Here we go, right here. Yep, right there. Same thing here. Right here. Okay, perfect. Okay, so looks like price is doing exactly what I wanted it to do. Sweeping a lot of lows, and now we're searching for external liquidity at the highs. Well, internal liquidity at these higher time frame gaps here. And the dealing range. Let's look at the dealing range here. Actually, looking at the 60 minutes. Let's look at the 60 minutes since we are doing this. Okay, so no. Nothing on the. I don't see anything on the 60 minute. I don't see anything here on the 60 minute either. This could be the order block, but I'm not trusting of it just yet. We did trade into the low of this of this gap here. This is consequent encroachment of the dealing range. I'm sorry, of the gap. Yeah, that's consequent encroachment of the dealing range. Let's go ahead and delete this. I don't need this anymore. So this is the current dealing range on the 1 hour. This is the current dealing range on the 1 hour. Once price breaks these highs, which are relatively equal highs, we should realign the 1 hour dealing range. Let's see here. Actually, no, we're not going to, because like I said, if I'm going to be long, I like to get on a declining dealing range. So we'll leave that one there for now. No gaps here either. Let's take a look at the 15-minute. Consolidation, maybe this is manipulation, and now we have expansion. This is the weekly order block that I was looking into. This is the, what is this one? Yeah, what is that? Oh, that's nothing actually. It turns purple when you combine, I guess, red and whatever. But I do need to realign the dealing range because we did draw a new low. So let's unlock this. Let's go ahead. There we go. And let's do the same thing on the ES. There we go. Let's lock that in. Let's lock this one in. And let's lock this one in. Okay, so these are the two permanent dealing ranges as I explained. The blue one is the daily, this one is the hourly, this one is the hourly. So now I'll be looking for a lower time frame dealing range, and as it stands, this is the current dealing range on the lower time frame. Okay. I would expect another new low because this dealing range I'm not so comfortable with getting long. Again, I'm looking for price to violate a dealing range and then for price to draw higher. Same thing here. I'm not too sold on this range just yet. So if price draws higher from here, that's fine. I'm okay with that. But I do not see an entry as of yet. Yeah, I don't see anything here. This would be the order block that I would pay attention to see how price reacts within this area. Same thing here. This would be the order block that I would be looking at to see how price reacts within this price range. And I'll look at this one as the intermediate term low, long-term low, intermediate term low, actually intermediate term low. So I would expect for price to hold within this gap here. And obviously the entry has long passed. Same thing here. The entry has long passed. So I would look to get long here in this area somewhere. And if I do get long there, then that'll be up to the 10 o'clock macro. Where price is at right now, I don't trust that area just yet. But let's take a look at the 5-minute to see if I see anything else. Okay, all right. So we do have liquidity pools that were just taken. and we do have SMT at the highs. But again, I'm not trading short. I'm trading long. I'm looking for long price action. Um, yeah, I'm looking for long price action. Okay, yeah. So I'm not too fond of this structure just yet. So what I'm going to do is wait until the 10 o'clock macro. So I'm just going to go ahead and disconnect. So whether price takes these highs or whatever, it's fine. Um, I'm just looking for price to draw higher. If I take any trades, it will be quick, not like the ones from yesterday, or well, not yesterday, the previous day, which was Tuesday. Tuesday was a beautiful 100-point win. Um, but today, since I don't see anything clear on the 1 hour, yeah, I don't see anything clear on the 1 hour. I'm not gonna be taking anything with haste. Um, what I would like to see is if we see displacement on the hourly, maybe we get a draw higher. Same thing, a draw higher, and we draw a gap going into the 10 o'clock macro. And then at the 11 o'clock macro, we get the retracement back in to start targeting the highs here. That would be ideal for me. So that's what I'll be looking for during the day. If we displace lower, then that would be even better. If we displace lower, violating this low and sweeping these lows, then I'll start looking for a reversal. But again, I do have to see displacement. If I don't see displacement, then I don't take a trade. I just wait, just like I did yesterday. I waited 3 hours to look for a sell model, and that's exactly what I got. And so going forward, that's what I'll be doing, especially at these lows, because price might decide to spool again. And obviously, I don't. It's taking me a while to not get fooled by that, but yeah. So, anyways, I'll be back at 9:45 to see if price swept those highs, and if it did, then to start targeting other things. I would like to get in at the 7:30, 8:30 lows, or in this area. I would like to get in this area to target these highs. So I hope that's what happens. I hope these lows are swept. This low doesn't need to get swept. This low doesn't need to get swept. At least one of them, at least. So if anything, it might be this one right here that needs to get swept, because again, we did just sweep a liquidity pool up here. This one we didn't, so that is SMT at the highs. But again, I am looking for bullish price action today. So yeah, I'll be back at 9:45. Okay, so let's go ahead and connect to data and see what we have. We did have 0830 news. I forget to go over that. 0830 news of GDP numbers release. Didn't really do that much of a difference, but yeah. So let's take a look. So I did see again. I am looking for some sort of displacement on the hourly. I'm not seeing any displacement. So if I do trade something, it'll be on the 1 minute, or I mean, I always do trade on the 1 minute, but it'll be me taking profits quick, unless we sweep down these lows. Yeah, unless we sweep these lows, because as it stands right now, we've just consolidated all Asia, London, and New York thus far. So let's take a look and see where price is right now and see what I like. Let's go ahead and delete this. This is the 15-minute I was looking at. If we trade into this area, then I will assume the price is going to run these lows. Same thing here. This 15-minute order block here, I hope holds. If not, then whatever. But again, I am looking for displacement. That'll be the number one factor as to whether I take a trade or not. All right, and we did displace lower. Well, not displace lower, but we did draw lower. This would have been yeah. I wouldn't have taken this entry. It's not something I would take ever. Well, not ever, because I am impulsive at times. So um, yeah, I still don't like this either. Let's take a look at the 1 minute. So if this is the intermediate term high, then you know what? I like this though. Okay. All right. So I would like for price to come back up to here, this area, for me to give it a go. Because again, I would like for these lows to get swept first. So this would be the second stage of distribution. First stage, second stage, or whatever. Um, so yeah, let's take a look and see if we get a retracement back into this area. We are 2 minutes into the macro, so if we get something in this area, then that would be lovely. If not, then we're drawing lower. If that doesn't happen, then that means we might get the reversal going into the 10 o'clock macro to the upside. So let's just keep watching. And if this low sweeps, but this low doesn't, then that would be confirmed SMT. So we'll see. And there you go, I swept. So this trade not really something I'd like to take anymore. Um, let's see. Actually, not this high. This high. I'd be risking 34 points, and I'm not looking to do that. Yeah, I'm not looking to do that. Um, we do kind of have SMT here with this low. So the only way I would take this if I see true SMT, true displacement higher. And what I mean by that is, I mean for price close above this area. So let's see. Hmm. Okay, so the sweep did not sweep as deep as I would have wanted. Um, so this might be a stop hunt, but again, I'm not looking to trade this area. And as you can see, we are not coming back into this area, or maybe we might. But again, I'm not going to trust this until we see true displacement, and it doesn't look like we are getting it. So just staying off sides for now. Yeah, I really don't like that. So I might just give one contract a go. Yeah, I think I might just give one contract a go. Uh, no, it doesn't look like we're gonna get that. Yeah, I don't know. We might still. I don't like it. Yeah, I don't like this. So well, we are within, and the fact that it traded into this area, yeah, I'm not liking it. Um, yeah, trading short is still not out of the realm of possibility. Still thinking about it. Um, so let's just keep watching. There it goes. So we didn't get that entry. Too bad. If you know if you don't listen to the macros and you took this trade, hey, good on you. You probably should have taken some off here and then the rest down here. But that's I don't know. To me, it's gambling when you're not trading within the macros. And we have what 17 minutes till the macro is over. Oh, and one thing I did notice on the hourly was that there is a two drive pattern right now at the lows. So if this low is swept, then that will make the hourly a three drive pattern. And if the and since it is on the hourly, any pattern on the higher time frame is perfect above all else. So first drive, second drive. So now we're looks like we might be getting the third drive. And if that's the case, then I do expect to see a reversal. So until then, just waiting. Um, yeah, I don't trust it. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are getting long here because you did see some sort of like drive, uh, some sort of quick reaction here. So I don't like that either. And it looks like we're getting that sweep. And all right, let's see here. Last one is down here. Let's look at the 5 minute real quick. All right, so it looks like we might see SMT between ES and NQ. So that's increasing my odds here. But still, I'm not seeing anything that I do like. As long as price continues to draw lower, that's fine with me. So again, on the daily, I am seeing on the daily price did open above consequent encroachment of the uh, weekly uh, gap on ES. So that's the reason why I'm looking for longs here. So we did just violate this area here. ES has yet to do that, but again, ES, I'm expecting for ES to draw the higher low. And this would be the rejection block, but it looks like we are going to sweep that low. So now this would be the range that I'm looking to trade. Okay, so we swept this low. So now what I'm looking for the reversal. And if we don't get it, then that's fine. I'm willing to wait, even if nothing happens. Oh, darn it. There we go. Okay, so that makes it a 3-drive pattern. The 3 drives here on the hourly. So now I'm looking for displacement higher. And we are still within the macro, so it makes sense if price decides to do that. If not, then we're stuck. And how lower can it go? Let's see here. On the daily here, this would be constant encroachment of this of this order block here, and this would be the low of this order block here. If price sweeps these lows, then I'm not interested anymore. Well, not anymore, but I could assume that I was wrong on the day. Let's write this down here with these being the next lows. I'd be highly surprised if we did come to these lows. Yep. All right. So let's zoom back in. All right. There we go. Okay. So this is the low of that FVG. Let's take a look here on the 1 minute. On the 1 minute. Okay. So I do like this right here. So I might give it a shot. I might give it a shot here if price closes above this area right here. Yep. Okay. I would like to see like a 1 minute low get drawn. Which could be that, but who knows. And we just put in the what's the thing called? The hourly low. So I do like the hourly down close candle. It could be a perfect candidate for a good order block. So I'm just gonna keep it as is. All right, let's see here. Let's lock that. Okay, select that. So now I'm looking for displacement. Ah, there we go. Okay, we're seeing something here. All right. So this might be something here. Might be something. Again, I'm looking for displacement. If this ends up becoming the swing, then might not even get a. Yeah, I want price to close above these highs with flat tops. So again, this is the low of that geez, what am I trying to say? Of that daily gap. I'm not going to change any of these until I get something good. Where is the so the immediate rebalance is up here on the monthly. So I'm going to go ahead and delete that because I don't need that anymore since it continued drawing lower. And this order block here on the weekly, we are at consequent encroachment. So we swept that already. I don't need that anymore. So now we're at these lows and this low. Yep, this low right here. And then finally this low. I don't think we sweep this low though. But again, I have been wrong. And I'm staying open to the possibility that price may very well continue drawing lower. Yesterday, I had the bias of price drawing lower, and obviously price did draw lower, and so that's why I shorted. But today, I am uncertain of a draw lower, even though we are getting it. So I'm not looking to trade in that direction. So I'm not looking for short opportunities. I did have one up here, actually no, right here, but obviously we didn't get that entry, so that kind of sucks. It would have been a nice short entry, but obviously again that didn't happen, so not looking to that. All right, so now we have three drive patterns on both ES and NQ. Um, so as it stands, I'm just continuing to do this, and the only thing I'm looking is for an entry, and whether it's now or maybe now. Okay, so let's see how this one closes. All right. All right, I'm not seeing anything just yet. We have an inverted here if price closes above this area. So we do have something here. Okay. Let's see how it reacts here. and it's probably going to slice through it again. Nothing. All right, so it does seem like we're getting prices spooling again. But again, I'm not jumping the gun here. And we're about 4 minutes away from the macro finishing. What am I looking for? What I'm looking for is for price to close above this block here with displacement and a gap, but we're not getting that, so I'm okay with just waiting on the sidelines. Here, price did close above constant encroachment, but I'm not. That's not something I'm looking for right now. Let's take a look at the. I forgot to look at YM. All right, a couple more seconds. All right, and on YM, also we swept. Okay. Okay, so if this sweeps, then this becomes the new. Okay, so now we have a sweep of this one. I just gotta wait until the minute closes. Oh, okay. All right. All right. So I think let's take a look here. So I don't think we're gonna get anything for the 10 o'clock macro again. Lately, all of the plays have been, have happened during the 11 o'clock macro, and yeah, after the 10 o'clock macro, all the plays have been happening at the 10 o'clock macro. At 11, 12, 13, 14. Actually, I don't trade the 13 anymore. Um, but yeah, I've got no entry or anything. Let's take a look at the daily. Right. Okay, so this is the low. All right, so if price draws lower, fine. But again, I'm looking for a reversal. And if the reversal happens again, what I'm looking for is I'm looking for a quick displacement higher. If I don't see any of that, then I'm not getting in. And if this low gets swept, then that's it. I won't be looking to trade anymore. Well, not anymore. Uh, I'll probably have just zero trades today. Okay. So this is consequent encroachment of this area right here, and we do have this order block here. Oh, we might be trading into this gap. Let's take a look at this one. Let's leave that there. Actually, no. Let's use this one. WG. There we go. Technically, we still are. If anybody's long on the weekly, their stop would be down here. So technically, this PD array is still working for whomever is long on the weekly. And what? Not that down one. I think it's this one right here. I think we just reached the symmetry of this range. Yeah, okay, so that makes sense. Let's take a look, see what's happening. Yep, nothing. I think it was a play last week where I saw something like similar to this. So I'm staying away again. You're also paying attention to the bodies of the candles. Notice how the bodies of the candles are not, well, now it's extending, but the last few couple of minutes, the bodies of the candles were not as expansive as the previous one. So it doesn't really tell me anything, but that's keeping. Let me just delete all of these right here. I don't need these anymore. All right, here we go. All right, so we did. Oh wow, we almost traded into this area. Okay, so that's it for the 10 o'clock macro. No entry whatsoever. Nothing on any type of reversal. If we draw this place higher into this one, then I would like to get in maybe here to target the highs. But until I see displacement, then there's no entry. So yeah, that's it for the 10 o'clock macro, and I'll see you tomorrow.